These predictions in both the Old and the New Testament, and there are others, seem to fit what we were watching. Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist?
Because, you've been talking on your show about whether Trump is the Antichrist.
I have not said that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
On your show, the day after Easter, you noted he did not put his hand on the Bible during his swearing-in ceremony as president. You said, and I'm quoting, maybe he didn't put his hand on the Bible because he affirmatively rejects what's inside that book. And then on a recent show, you went further saying, here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist?
I actually did not say, could this be the Antichrist?
What?
Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist? Well, who knows? I don't know where that comes from, but I know that those words never left my lips.
Read my lips.
Because I'm not sure I fully understand what the Antichrist is. If there's just one, I actually tried to understand it. I may have said some are asking that. I'm not weighing in on that because I don't understand it.
In the world of investigative journalism, we talk about deep fakes. We worried about AI, but we rarely talk about the human deep fake. When someone hears their own voice and deny their own words and look in the camera and said, that never happened. That is exactly what Tucker Carlson did when he was interviewed by Lulu Garcia Navarro, a reporter from the New York Times. Welcome back to the Minto Report. Today we are not just looking at a political flip-flop. We are looking at a total breakaway from reality. We are looking at Tucker Carlson, the man who built a career of talking the truth when he was on Fox News. He is currently engaged in a battle against his own vocal cords. Let's set the stage. On Easter morning, 2026, Donald Trump posts a message on social media. Remember, this is the man that Tucker Carlson spent a lot of time defending when he posted an image of himself like Jesus Christ. Tucker thought that was a mockery of the Christian God. Tucker has spent years defending Donald Trump, or some would say even getting him elected. But Tucker has now turned sour grape against Donald Trump since Donald Trump engaged in the war in Iran. Tucker claims that Donald Trump said he wouldn't start any new war. So that's now when anything that Donald Trump do is not good enough for Tucker Carlson anymore. So he just kept dumping on Trump. He claims that Trump break his campaign promise of no new war. Tucker went solo on his show. He was the only speaker. He didn't just disagree, he was vitriol. He claimed that Trump was mocking the Christian God, and He even brought Islam into it. He said Trump claims to wipe out Iranians' civilization were a mockery of the faith of Islam itself and the idea of God itself.
Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist?
In that episode, the word was used, Antichrist, a heavy word for a man that Tucker once called the only hope for Western civilization. Let us fast forward to his recent interview with the New York Times reporter Lulu Garcia. She asked him point blank about calling Trump the Antichrist. And his response? He denies. He replies, "Those words never left my lips." It wasn't a he said, she said. The reporter played the tape right there in the room when he was doing his solo show, when he was doing his monologue saying that Trump is the Antichrist. We all hear the voice. We all see the pattern of the speech. It is undeniably Tucker Carlson. Yet, as the audio ends, Tucker looks the reporter in the eyes and doubles down. I never said that. The tape doesn't prove anything. Those were his words. To understand how bizarre this looks, just look at the other side of the aisles. A few weeks ago, CNN's reporter Abby Phillips faced a massive controversy when she has to fact check herself, when she claimed that an attack in New York City was target the mayor of New York City, Zoran Mamdani. When she was proven wrong, she did something rare in media. She apologized and set the record straight. Say what you want about CNN, but when the evidence hit the desk, Miss Abby Phillip acknowledged the reality. He is not apologizing for an error. Tucker, however, is charting a new path. He is denying the existence of that event itself. So we have to ask the hard question, has this ever happened in the history of podcasting? A solo presenter with no guest to blame and no out of context excuses, denying their own solo monologue while it played back in their ears. There are two possibilities here, and neither are good for Tucker Carlson's transparency. Is this the early stage of cognitive decline? Can a man truly forget a segment that he recorded solo within weeks? Or is Tucker Carlson the greatest denier in history? Or is he just testing a theory that if you deny a fact with enough confidence, the truth just ceases to exist to your audience? In investigative work, we follow the trail of evidence. The trail here leads to digital evidence that doesn't lie. Mr. Tucker Carlson called Donald Trump a mocker of God. He used the term Antichrist. And now he is trying to edit history in real time. If we can't trust a man to admit what he said 5 minutes ago on tape, we can all hear. How are we going to trust his analysts of the world? This isn't just a political story. It is a psychological one. On this channel, we just don't report the news. We report the truth. Even when the person on the tape in question try to hide it. This has been the Minto Report. And do remember to like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next one.